Welcome back to That Handicapping Show. I'm Claire Novak, joined by Frank Angst, who is back from the Eclipse Awards in sunny Florida. And we are going to take a look at a race in Florida, the $400,000 Lamb South Holy Bull Stakes, which is for 3-year-olds on the road to the Kentucky Derby presented by Yum Brands. And this race marks the 3-year-old debut of several horses, including New York bred Upstart, who's been highly regarded for trainer Rick Violet, and New York bred who finished 3rd in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile last time out. He probably will be the favorite, but Frank, do you think he's going to win?
Yeah, I mean, Rick, when you look at Rick's stats, he doesn't always look to get a win right off the rip with his horses. He's a 3% off of this kind of layoff. And of course, Rick is a much higher percentage trainer than that typically. So I'm not totally sure that Upstart's going to be completely ready to fire here. The goal with Upstart might be the next race, or it could be completely wrong and he runs his eyeballs out. But I'm not feeling it here, especially as one of the favorites.
Alrighty, well, a couple of other horses in here who will be making their first starts, and similar thing that you had mentioned, the horse who came off of the runner-up finish, or actually it wasn't a runner-up finish. Where did Frosted finish last time out? He was, oh yeah, it was a runner-up finish. Ha! I knew it! In the Remsen, and hasn't raced since then for Kieran McLaughlin. But like you said, you know, a couple of these horses just coming back to the races might need a couple more starts, and while we may hear more from them later on, we have to figure out who the winner of the race is going to be. So
on the other hand, though, Kieran's win percentage off this type of layoff is
better,
pretty much in line with his normal win percentage. So I actually like Frosted. I really like the way he's been working in Florida since he's arrived there. Kieran is not afraid to keep a young horse up at Aqueduct, so that's very typical that this horse would run in the Remsen. That's very typical of his training pattern. He's shipped to Florida, and really that workout pattern, to me, looks like an improved horse. This horse has run well on both of its routes. It really ran well in its sprints too, but I think he's taken it to another level in the routes. And I'm looking for a new peak on Saturday. I think the race also sets up well for him. He's going to be along the rail. There's some speed horses that I think will just go right by him, and I think he'll be able to hold that rail position until he swings off to make a move. Shouldn't be too far back. You never want to be too far back at Gulfstream, but I think he has the running style to stay close.
Well, he's a $300,000 son of Tappet, so we know that those pricey Tappets always seem to do quite well in these types of races.
Pricey Tappets, low-price Tappets, expensive Tappets. You name it, Tappets.
Tappets.
Do well.
All right, well, you're welcome, Gainesway Farm, and hello, Michael Hernan. So anyway, I'm going to take a look at a couple others in here. We've got Bluegrass Singer. I was looking at some horses that have already run this year and have done well over the track or have done well at the distance, which is a mile and a 16th. And Bluegrass Singer has really come into some good form. He ran in December 17th, won an optional claimer very nicely, 4 3/4 lengths going a mile, and came back to take the Mucho Macho Man. And he's moving up in class and stretching out in this race. He does have some early speed, and in fact all 3 of his victories have come on the lead. So he would be the type of horse that I would look at. Let's say the track is a little souped up or speeded up, and you know we know they tend to do that down at Gulfstream. So I would take a look at him. And then another horse that I find interesting is Fremento for Hall of Fame trainer Nick Zito. And this is a horse who actually broke his maiden at Keeneland going a mile and a 16th. So they knew he likes the distance. Last time he backed up to a mile to come back in December, and he was second to Bluegrass Singer in that race. So I would take a look at him possibly to hit the board, but again, a horse who has already been successful over the distance, even though he is coming back to run for the first time this year.
The other horse that I was looking at that I also like in my exacta is High Noon Rider. Looks to me like they tried this horse on turf to start his career, which makes sense, a distorted humor. He didn't do a whole lot, but since he's moved to dirt, he's run 2 nice races. Ran very well in his maiden to win his maiden at Aqueduct. Went to the stakes out at Remington and was in a 3-wide duel, which he raced a long time. So that's a good sign that he was running at top speed for a long time. He just happened to get caught 3 wide. I don't think that will necessarily happen again. So I think High Noon Rider could be a nice play as well. Also some good works at Palm Beach Down.
And just a couple others, not that really we're choosing, but throw out there as with a little bit of respect to the Coronation Futurity winner from Woodbine Decision Day, who he is going to make his first dirt start, but he has a really good work pattern at Palm Meadows. He's gotten 6 moves in there over the track there, so we'll look and see what he does in his dirt debut. And then also Dom the Bomb, who, you know, as far as speed is concerned, he's really going to have to improve to keep up with these, but he has won 3 of his 4 starts, and, you know, maybe he'll figure in the early running there. I don't think he really has the class to compete here in the end, but just a little recognition to his success in the state bred
Players
ranks.
looking for well-bred horses. Can find a lot of them in here, but Juan and Bina, Indian Charlie out of Caressing certainly catches the eye there. So plenty of horses that could do well here.
Yeah.
My top 2 picks are Frosted and High Noon Rider. That's
Okay.
who I'm going to go with here.
And I'm going to take Bluegrass Singer and Fermento Exacta box and mix them all in with Frosted and Upstart. We'll see how we do. Of course, we'll keep you posted on the results at bloodhorse.com as we continue on down the road to the Kentucky Derby, presented by Yum Brands. And we always want to thank Briss for the PPs. Thank you for watching the Handicapping Show.